So turn 2 in the epic of the Peloponnesian War represents the year 430 BC. And what I decided to do as both players is to try to continue with the historical strategies. Now, historically, Athens got hit with a plague. I mean, Pericles had taken all of the people off the rural areas which were being raided by the Spartans and got them in the cities in the safety, but that created possibly its own problems. However, the plague card didn't come up as an event, so the plague didn't happen like it did historically. But I did decide to go with the historical approach, and basically Pericles is going to keep the Athenians stopped up in cities. I'm going to send the fleets out to do raids, against Laconia, and conversely, the Spartans are going to continue to do raids into Attica, and just to continue to take away at the treasury. So we'll see how that goes. I'll take you down to the map, and we can look at how events unfolded in 430 BC. So starting with the revolt phase, we did have a revolt in the city of Pella in Macedon. And so you can see that happened despite the presence of cavalry. So this is a fairly brazen revolt, I guess, in that area. Moving on to our next picture, we see another major revolt in Chalcidice again, this time the city of Cleone. And then finally, there's a third revolt in Lesbos, in the major city of Mytilene. So this is all something that probably the Athenian player is going to want to address. Then not much happened during card play, but there was a storm card played, so there was only one, and this one affected the North Aegean Sea. And so I've put, this marker doesn't come with the game, that is a marker from Operational Combat Series, but I threw the weather marker in the North Aegean Sea to help me to remember, that that's going to potentially affect movement by Navy. Then when we went into the campaign phases, this first picture here is going to show what's going on in Attica and Boeotia. And you have Thebes with some leaders in there, but what has happened is Archidamus II has raided the area of Attica again. You can see he's in there with a raid marker that he's laying down during the campaign phases, and of course that's going to take away economically from the Athenians. And you'll see that basically the Athenians are holding pat and Pericles is still in Athens. Now normally, as I said before, this would have been the year when the plague hit Athens, but it didn't happen that way. So, that's very good for Pericles as far as I can tell. Then I decided to do some naval movement and making some raids in Laconia. So the picture is showing Nicostratus leading a naval raid. And of course, this is going to cause, tit for tat with the Spartans. That's how it seems to me. And then finally, this took a lot of effort, but I had Phormio sail with a fleet over to Lesbos, where they landed at Mytilene. This is where there's a revolt going on, and he brought some troops with him, hopefully to put down that revolt. But that's pretty much all that happened during this turn. So I'm just going to continue moving on through the Peloponnesian War, or at least the first parts of it. Thank you for watching.